Live with a little bit of editing. This is Defense Up. What's going on, everyone? How you doing? Today we got, well, on the screen it says Sovereign, but on Twitch he goes by InfernalWulf. We'll just call him InfernalWulf because that's what I've been calling him all night as we're going over his defense here. 69 million TCP, and he's in Plat 3. This is going to be for war defense. So let's go take a look here and see what he's got. Let's show us what you're working with here. InfernalWulf, Sovereign InfernalWulf. All right. So in room 1, we have a Tangled Young Avengers team, and I kind of like it because they're big, and he admittedly said that he loves spending diamond credits, so looks like he must love Squirrel Girl a lot. Which, hey, if he wants to invest into her, then might as well put her on defense, right? So I do like the team. Winston Wolf in the chat says if they're going on war defense, they need to be blue ISO 4. So I don't necessarily. I mean, if he has enough credits or ions. Now that they've reduced the costs, I think it's fine, but if not, then I would just leave it. As far as positioning goes, positioning looks good, and ISO, if you want to get a little bit of extra damage out of 2099, you could make him a striker, so you get a little extra striker. Skirmisher combo with Miss Marvel, but other than that, I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference. I would just leave it. If it was me, I would just leave it. Although, what's going on with this 2099 InfernalWulf? You got to make him a G18 to match everybody else. That'd be my only gripe on this team here. So, looking pretty good. In room 2, we've got Infestation, and really the only thing, I mean, you could critique the blue 4 ISO again on Ant-Man, but the only other thing I would do is swap Big Time and Swarm. And then, well, I guess, yeah, they're also the ISOs need to change a little bit. So Yellow Jacket, if he's a striker and Black Widow's a striker, then it's kind of like the Young Avengers or Infinity Watch, where Ant-Man will just assist everybody, so other than that, yeah, that room's looking good too. So far, we're off to a great start. Now we get into some of the changes here. So, for Alpha Flight, to make this team a little bit harder, we're going to take out Wolverine, and we're going to put in one of Infernal's choices of either America Chavez, Storm, or Black Knight. I really like the Alpha Knight. I call him Alpha Knight team. Pretty good as far as that goes. Still want to drop Wolverine for that team, no matter who you take out. And the ISOs, I would actually put Sunfire as a striker. Well, I guess with Black Knight, maybe you want to leave him as a raider. But I do like him as a striker a lot, in most cases, so that's it for Alpha Flight. Pretty easy so far. Alright, so room 4, we are looking at... He's got an Underworld with Ultimus, which I really like this combination. Just, I think, looking at his teams for offense, I think he needs a little more offense. So we're going to pull this defense, and we're going to put in Secret Defenders on there. We can do... You can do Ultimus, Secret Defenders Ultimus, if you wanted. And then I did notice on his ISO for Secret Defenders, he had a Raider Robbie. If you've been around my channel for any length of time, you know that Raider Robbie's a big no-no for me. So we've got to change him to Striker. And other than that, yeah, SD with Ultimus, I think that'd be great. And the Raider on Ultimus would be great too. Alright, so room 5, we have Silver Surfer with Heroes for Hire. And this used to be a thing way back when Silver Surfer first came out, because I think it was Heroes for Hire came out, and then maybe a few months later, maybe 6 months later, they were still horrible to play against, and Silver Surfer came out, and then people started throwing Surfer on there with them. So I do like this. So if he likes it, it's fine. You could always put Kang in there. Might make it a little tougher. But other than that, ISO looks good. Positioning's good. So yeah. So far, so good. InfernalWulf did say he hasn't been attacked in the last few wars, so I'm not sure how helpful this is, but we're just trying to make it a little easier on him. All right, so room 6 here. We're gonna take out Phoenix and put in Rogue, and you could maybe leave the positioning that way, or we could just put Phoenix over here on the corner. Nightcrawler can stay. You can put Cyclops here and then leave the rest. The ISOs all look good. So yeah, that little change will make that room a lot better. All right, so for room 7, we've got, this is an older meta team for when the New Warriors had their buffs in the last war season. So we're going to take out Firestar, and I think we're going to put in Skrull here. I think that's probably the best choice. Could put in a Pre-Taunt as well, but I think Skrull is the better choice. And you could even put a Pre-Taunt and Skrull. And so, but just make sure, if you do that, make sure you put in, make sure you have the right balance of heroes and villains. Stuff like that. So, yeah, that's it for that. The ISOs, I would actually make Gwenum. About to say Gwenpool. Gwenum. I would like Gwenum as a striker. Carnage, I've talked about this before. Back in the day, he was a good skirmisher. I think he's a better raider nowadays, but if you don't want to bother with it, then it's fine. It's blue 5, so. But then again, the cost has changed, so up to you. All right, so room 8, we have a Spider Society with Miles. So we're going to take out Miles. Gonna put in a Black Cat or an American Chavez, and you want to put Chavez probably in between Pav and Peter. And so then when you do that, you're gonna want Penny probably over here in the corner. So if we put Chavez here, Peter, Ghost Spider, and then Penny over here. That's probably how I would do it. Now the ISOs look good. I've talked about this as well with Pav. I like him as a raider a lot better than a striker, but some people like him as a striker. It's a good case for both, so no complaints there. All right, so room 9, we got a few options we can do on this one. We can take out, since we're taking out Black Knight and putting him with the Alpha Flight team, we can put in Starbrand. And if we do that, then we're going to want... I like Cosmic Ghost Rider as a striker and then Starbrand as a raider. So you can do that. Or if you're going to keep Ares in here and put Starbrand, then I guess both of them raider is fine because you want Ares to get that striker attack. The other option that we have for this room is just use the 4-piece out of time on offense, which does really well against Alpha Flight. They do really well against New Avengers. They just smoke New Avengers, like can do like a million punch up on them. All right, so the other option we're going to do in this room, if we don't want to keep, if we want to put out of time on offense, we're going to put Infinity Watch in here. Now we could put Ares with Infinity Watch, or we could just do straight Infinity Watch, and we're going to put Ares in the last room, and we'll see what that's all about here in a second. But I think if it were me, I would probably just put straight Infinity Watch. You want to have the Gamora, or no, not Gamora. You want to have Nebula as skirmisher, and then the rest as strikers. Okay, so room 10, like I was talking about, I think we're gonna scrap this room. This is the best. I think the best option is gonna be to scrap this room, completely rebuild it. We already pulled Skrull off of it. InfernalWulf said he was getting some wins with this when he first put it on, but then again, he hasn't been attacked for like 2 or 3 wars, which is insane to me. Being in the bridge too, so we are gonna scrap this room. Gamma's really good on offense. But to do a tough defense in its place, I guess we won't scrap everything. We're going to keep Leader. We're going to put in Cabal, and I think Ares and Absorbing Man as the other two with Cabal. Now, you could also do Morgan Le Fay in here, too. So basically, pick two out of the three from Ares, Absorbing Man, and Morgan Le Fay to go with the 3 Cabal. So that's what you should do. That's what he should do in this room. And then the ISO, I guess we'll talk about that a little bit. So Ares should be a striker for that, especially with the... Well, Ares should be a striker regardless. But with the Cabal team, he's fine being a striker as well. Iron Patriot is a striker, Namor is a raider, and then Absorbing Man, whatever you have for him is fine. I have Fortifier, but use whatever you want on him. And then Morgan is obviously striker too. She's always a striker. So there you have it. Hope that helps. Good luck, InfernalWulf. Hopefully somebody attacks you, and then you can actually get some victories out of this. And until next time, don't just have a great game, be good to yourself and others too, and we will see you around. Here we're gonna take out Phoenix and put in Rogue. And cut. What else? There was another team. I can't remember who it was that you can beat, but oh well. Cut. So that's how you want to have that. So then room 10, like I was talking about. Oops. Cut.